Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Now, what the hell is going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Huh? What's wrong with them? They placed guard Matt Feeler on the reserve injured list and activated defensive end Cassius Marsh to the 53-man roster. Feeler suffered a pectoral injury in the Steelers' Week 14 game at Buffalo. He has started all 13 games at left guard this season. Marsh was signed off the coach practice squad on December 9th. He has played in 91 games in his NFL career, starting 9 and has 149 tackles, 14 sacks, 25 tackles for a loss, 5 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. And this is his 7th team. So and then Pouncey is activated from the reserve COVID-19 list. Oh, he was activated on Friday. Okay. But Chet, what is wrong with what's wrong with the Steelers? The Steelers started off very fast. And the reason they started off fast is because their front seven was legitimately, I believe, when they had Dupree, was the best pass rushing team in the league. Washington at that point didn't find themselves yet. Now, Ben Roethlisberger, or I like to call him Rapistburger, allegedly, he started off fast and everything. He started off fast. He was surprising people. But he was balling out at the end of the games. They were closing. Let me see something. They had, I gotta look back at their schedule. All right, now basically, they had some big wins. They had a big win against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens basically, the Ravens at the end, to me, they choked a little bit in that game, because there was some bad calls to me on offense. They were throwing the ball. Lamar was throwing the ball. It got picked off. It got tipped. They were forcing him to throw outside, and he couldn't make the outside throws. That was a big game. They won. And then they struggled ever since that. They were struggling during the Titans game. The Titans should have beat them. But Tannehill, down the stretch, just for some reason, was overthrowing, throwing the ball into the grass and the turf. And it's like, man, this guy's looking bad. But the Steelers have not looked impressive all year. Ben hasn't. Ben is the problem. Yes, they don't have a running game, but Big Ben is your problem. You guys should have moved on from Big Ben 3 or 4 years ago. He's been done. He's been done. And now he has a knee injury. So we don't even know. And Brandon Marshall is saying that Ben Roethlisberger is selfishly changing the plays at the line of scrimmage. And also, I believe Carcino said this in his live the other night. But I'm going to give you my take because I've been watching Pittsburgh all year. The problem with Pittsburgh has always been Big Ben Roethlisberger. For the past 3 or 4 years, they have become more of a pass-heavy team instead of sticking to the run. Even when they had Le'Veon Bell, they weren't a tough running team. They would just give it to him like out the backfield. Le'Veon's more of a flash. He's more of a quick back, more of slashing back. He's not no downhill, run you over, ground and pound for the whole game type of back that's going to help you be better or get better the next game or as the season go on. Now, the problem with the Steelers has always been Big Ben. Big Ben, for some reason, and this is just me, he has not looked good. He's been off. He's been off the past 3 years or 4 years. They should have moved on from him a long time ago. But because he's that white guy and he has 2 Super Bowls, to me, he should only have 1. But like I said, he got 2 Super Bowls, and basically he just hasn't been looking good. The pocket's been collapsing on him. The pocket's been getting pushed on guys, and things are getting pushed, and he's getting pushed around and everything. And it's like the front 5 can only do so much because they've been having injuries after injuries. Then another thing that has hurt them, and another thing has hurt them is that Bud Dupree is hurting. You know, and that's why they're in trouble. Everybody wants to talk about TJ Watt this. TJ Watt wasn't balling unless that guy was balling. And then you had Devin Bush in the middle. What Bush did is, if you don't have a Mike linebacker on your defense is going to suck. The back end's going to suck, and the front 7's going to suck. The middle linebacker is the quarterback of your team. If you do not have a good one, you suck. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. I have that video coming. I'm going to break down defensive plays and front 7s and show you why Dallas has been struggling. Okay? Now, back to this. Pittsburgh is in a pickle right now. What are you going to do? If Big Ben is hurt, who do you have that could just come in and basically just take over and lead them into the rest of the season to win? Okay, you got Joshua Dobbs, and then you got Mason Rudolph. So you have Rudolph. Rudolph to me is trash. I mean, he's just not good. You need to put him on the back. Dobbs, I think you ought to try to go with him and try to run the ball more. The thing is, you got some decent backs. The problem is you're running basic ISO plays or ISO and then a veer play, and then you're not running enough zone plays. You're not running enough counter plays or trap plays. You're just running basic football, basic run plays up the middle, and you can't do that. The Bills' defense is too tough for that. The other team's defenses are too tough for that. The Steelers are really not that good. They have the pieces, but Big Ben is slowing them down. You need to go and get another quarterback. If the Steelers don't get to the Super Bowl this year or win it or whatever, you need to get another quarterback who can lead your team. All right? And you need to go get you a running back. All right? After that, you need to get you another inside backer and another pass rushing player that can back up Dupree. You got to continue building your depth. You got depth. You guys are decent because they still could have won that game. The Bills don't look. Nobody in the AFC to me looks very impressive. The Buffalo Bills, my boy Neil, shout out to him. The Buffalo Bills, they have a good team. The problem which is going to happen for them is this. Can they make it in pressured situations? Because in pressured situations, they were kind of struggling. It was just so happenly that Big Ben struggled more down the stretch. So, and Stephon Diggs, shout out to him, man. Diggs is moving up my list. Diggs might get put in my top 5 because Diggs is balling. He's been balling all year. I forgot about Diggs. Diggs has been killing out there. Now, the thing is, back to the Steelers. The Steelers, the problem with them is the organization has to let their great white hope go. Ben is your problem. You get rid of Big Ben, your team will get better. I'm telling you, Big Ben is slowing your team down. And now this report about Brandon Marshall coming out with he's changing plays. I believe it because you're not running the ball that much. You are not running the ball that much. And it's a travesty because this team is decent. This team could actually win it all. And that's facts. That is facts. Because look at this. This is the thing here. Okay. Buffalo total yards was 334 to 224. Passing wise, Buffalo had 230 to Pittsburgh's 177. Rushing, Buffalo had 104 to 47. And that's what's killing you. Pittsburgh couldn't run the ball and they couldn't pass the ball. Average yards per play, it was 4 to the Buffalo's 5. And then the fumbles lost. Buffalo lost the fumble. Pittsburgh threw 2 more interceptions. So it was basically even in the turnover battle. And then sacks allowed, both only allowed 1. This is what killed the Pittsburgh Steelers. Third down, they were at a 10%. And Buffalo was at 50%. That's not good either. Like I said, Buffalo was struggling in this game. It's just that Pittsburgh did worse. And the time of possession, Buffalo's running backs like Singletary and the other guy, I can't think of the other guy's name, they possessed the ball for 35 minutes compared to the Pittsburgh Steelers 24 minutes. That is a 11-minute difference. That is key. Penalties wise, Buffalo had 7 to Pittsburgh's 3. So I'm trying to tell you guys, your problem is Ben Roethlisberger. I feel what C. Penn is saying. You lost Dupree. Yeah, you lost Dupree and Bush. That hurts them, C. Penn, because those guys were carrying Big Ben the whole season. The receivers were carrying him. They're dropping the ball because Big Ben is done. He's throwing these ducks at them. Now Shannon Sharp talking about tweeting, man, these receivers dropping ball. Yeah, and Big Ben is throwing the ball terribly. You have got to get back to your essence. Pittsburgh football is running the goddamn ball. You are too good to be throwing the damn ball all these times. Let's look at it. Ben Roethlisberger attempted 37 goddamn passes. That is too much. Allen did 43. He could do that because he has a strong arm. And Zach Moss, that's his name, Moss, Singletary, they were killing them on the ground all night. Then the second half, Stephon Diggs torched them. 10 receptions, 130 yards of TD. I already know. And he had 14 targets. I already know he killed me because I lost in my fantasy. I was finna win. Go to the second round of the playoffs. Nope. Got done. Got stopped. So what I'm trying to tell you is, guys, Ben Roethlisberger is your problem. Look at the running. Look at the carries. Connor only got 10 carries. Samuels, 4. Snell, only 3. Do you see the problem now? Pittsburgh has won Super Bowls because they were a run-first team. You're not a throw the ball all across the lot team. You're not. And then they really didn't drop a whole lot of balls. I mean, Ebron's been dropping some. I think he dropped 3, and then you had Deontay drop 3, yeah. Juju, I think, dropped just 1. James dropped 3, and I believe Samuels had dropped 1. And Claypool has disappeared ever since he had that one breakout game. He's just disappeared. So defensively, you didn't get any pressure. You didn't get no sacks. You didn't get no you got some turnovers. You got 2 forced fumbles and a recovery. Then you guys had an interception. So the defense did their job. Even though it doesn't look like it, they did their job. The offense is not going to win if they're 10% on the damn third downs. You have got to be better. You have got to be better. And then not only that, the Pittsburgh Steelers did good. The problem is Roethlisberger. He's the goddamn problem. You get rid of Ben Roethlisberger, you'll be fine. If you put him under wraps and start running more, be more creative with the run plays, run a zone, run a double counter, run a trap, sometimes fake it, run more screens a little bit, do it better, sometimes do it with Juju, let Juju come to the backfield. Be creative. This is football. You can do whatever you want. Be creative. God. But that's the problem with the Steelers. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell, select all to receive upcoming notifications. Not only that, if you want to donate to the page, you can cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, HDIITV. Thank you guys for listening and supporting me. And we are out. La, 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 bo, 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 la, 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 bo.